there another bird? You did?
Oh my gosh. It looked like he might go down there, but I thought he just peed. That's a long shot.
Where was he? You did?
Oh my gosh. It looked like he might go down there, but I thought he just peed. That's a long shot.
Where was he? Were you filming or not?
Dude, I was pinned. I couldn't do anything.
Nice sound. Well, I think those are nicest birds that we've ever killed here.
Oh yeah, I got some good hooks.
Yeah. Nice.
Yeah, oh yeah, that's a nice, those are inch long, nice sharp hooks.
That's an old bird.
You got a good paintbrush on them.
Oh yeah. Nice rope.
Congratulations.
Yeah,
Nice
thanks.
job.
Thanks, guys.
Yeah.
Good time. Beautiful morning.
That is awesome.
Thought we were done after those two disappeared.
I mean, just
He didn't even flop.
disappeared right behind me.
Now, if you feel him, he's not that heavy a bird, but he's got a great. It's an older bird.
Oh,
Look how far back it is to the decoys right now.
just double.
What'd you say? Is that a full 60 yards, you think?
It's gotta be.
I bet it's 50, 60, yeah. And you shot through this. Could you see him when you first popped up?
It took me about 2 seconds.
See, I didn't realize. I thought you were saying to us that like he went around the corner
No,
or
I
thought you were
something.
like,
I couldn't
yeah,
see.
it's
You got
okay,
this.
just
You got
go
this.
Seen you keep going like
You're
this?
going like this. I'm like, oh, he might be right there.
I was
Look
like,
up.
you need to pop up, like stand up.
Well, I looked up and then I thought for a second, Oh, boy, that's a long ways away. I'm going for it.
He was all the way back around that corner because all I could see was the top of his head. And then I started that yelping, and then he started walking right back down here, and he got right here, and there's that dip. And he came up this way. I thought he's gonna go right back down that same way, so that's why we gave her a rip. So that was cool, old school, sitting on the ground,
Yeah.
no blind. That's
Right.
good stuff right there.
Beautiful sunny day.
That's a beautiful bird. Look at the colors on him. That's gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. And you hammered him. Whew.
He's going nowhere. Wow.
You know what? That's actually a pretty cool hunt. Dude, look, listen, dude.
Every time I'd look to the right, though, he would see a hen cresting the ridge. It seemed like to our left, so I'd kind of give up over the right. I'd start
I was
looking back.
throwing.
We saw so many hens.
I probably threw a dozen sticks at you guys. Just chucking sticks. That's why finally I was like,
Yeah.
you guys, you ain't listening to me.
Yep. Oh, I don't know if I was totally right either, because there was like 4 dead raccoons right next to me, so I was like,
Was there really?
yeah.
Oh, I didn't see that. I know that the first birds I saw came right here.
We were like, our stock, we were like crawling over skulls and raccoons.
Oh, ribcage.
I could hear there were so many. I don't know how many hens were up there. They were scratching. It sounded like a barnyard. They were all scratching up there, and I'm like, oh, are those all hens? And then I'd look back sometimes, and I'd see a head peeking over the ridge.
Yeah.
So I'd just sit there, and then it would kind of go back away. And then these birds started hammering. This was one of my favorite hunts of the year. This was absolutely cool.
Yeah.
Oh, that's pretty.
How should this 20 rock like that?
Oh,
Or
I like that one. Third that. Yeah, that's cool.
Okay, May 4th. Here we are, Big Tom down, using a 20 gauge. We went hunting a bit old school this morning. Went and sat against the bases of some trees, and Rob here was doing his masterful calling skills. We saw a hen pretty much right off the bat, first 20 minutes, and she was just kind of hanging out with Rob. And then a little while later, we saw several more hens just kind of moving across the ridge. And then Tom and a Jake and a hen appeared, and they kind of went the other way, and so did my morale for a while there. And then, you know, just when we're thinking of changing up the tactics a bit, we had a Tom coming from the other way, this Tom here, and so I did a low crawl through the woods, and Rob was kind of giving me some hand gestures, you know, when to move, when not to move, and finally got to a point where I could just stand up, and I stood up really quick, and there he was, probably 60 yards out, and shot him with this 20 gauge using heavyweight federal ammunition, and put the smack down on him. Very grateful. Beautiful day today. Got about 1-inch hooks on them.
Bird's worthy of a full body mount.
Yeah. Nice paintbrush of a beard on. Older Tom.
Did he make a peep?
This was the bird. This bird was the bird we heard this morning that you thought was across the river.
You think so?
Yep, because he came. We heard a couple gobbles periodically through the morning, way down low, and then all of a sudden he just showed up right here.
Coming silent.
Yeah, he never made a sound as far as gobbling on his way up. All of a sudden, I just happened to look over, and when he first came up, he was right in that dip. I mean, he was only, gosh, 30 yards from you.
Okay.
But that hen was on the hill, and he saw her and came right up here, and this is kind of where he stayed. So
Yeah, I didn't know.
We were surrounded.
I didn't think I'd be able to do anything about it. When you said he was 40, like, I might as well just hold tight.
yeah,
You know, and then you did 50, 55 maybe
Yep.
even.
because he was going back this
Like,
way.
Yeah, maybe I should belly crawl it. It came together.
That was sweet. That was so cool. That's one of my favorite
Yeah,
hunts of
right
the
in
year.
head too. I mean,
You drilled him.
he fell so fast that he just disappeared.
Yeah, and you guys are standing there looking at me, and I'm like, why aren't you celebrating?
Calvin
You're
asked me,
like-
did you get it? I'm like, I don't think so.
I never saw a bird. He shot it. I'm like, where is it? I'm like,
Did
I
you see it
don't
go this way? When
I don't
go
see
that
it
way?
running.
I couldn't figure
You're
out
like,
why you
"Dude,
guys
you
weren't
hampered
celebrating. I was standing there going, that was awesome.
I didn't know.
But my leg was numb. I couldn't like jump up and go high five you. And I'm standing there going, why aren't you guys like celebrating or anybody going to get in the bird? And then you guys look at me and you're like, I get him? I'm like, yeah, he's laying. You dropped him. He's right in the two
I
track.
go like this.
Oh my yeah. That's
That's
incredible.
funny.
3 feet of elevation is all that little lip is.
Yeah.
And that like made the hunt because you could crawl that little bit and get that extra 20 yards back and
Yeah, because he wouldn't have a chance to
No.
see me, and anything he could hear could sound like turkeys.
Right. and every time
And the decoys are just totally got him distracted.
I was
probably.
trying to call soft when you were crawling.
The first time he did it, you're covering great. I mean, it's like, boy, I can make any noise I wanted.
Yeah.
Because he's not going to hear me over you.
That's sweet.
How you turn? On the 20 gauge?
So, I really damn well.
You gotta be kidding me. Holy
Just telling
cow.
Calvin, I've got 2 12 gauges with long barrels and undertakers on them. They don't pattern as well as this little. This is a youth 20. This is what I got for my kid.
I saw that fall out of your hand. I was like, that's not a 20 gauge. There's no way. You just dropped a 60-yard bomb on that thing. Holy smokes.
And here I am with my tom I shot this morning. Beautiful morning. We saw a lot of turkeys. This tom I shot probably about 50, maybe 60 yards away. We put the sneak on them and got a wonderful caller here that dragged this old boy in, and Calvin chimed in, did some calling too, and started moving in closer to our decoy setup, but just couldn't quite get him in close enough, so we did a low crawl and took him down, dropped him right where he was standing. And that's about 1-inch hooks, maybe a 8-inch beard. Beautiful bird. Thank you guys.
Our pleasure.
Appreciate it. Wonderful hunt.
That's fun.
Tomorrow's the last day. We're getting down to crunch time for sure for my season anyway.
Yeah. Solid bird, isn't it? Thought we were done, and those 2 disappeared over the ridge.
I'm like, man, I'd really love to go hunting. I don't have anybody to go hunting with.
Just like, I'll see what I can.
Getting some nice blood on your butt. It's all good. I don't care. Any hens up here? We've shot birds before and just walked up here and